Hey friends, so today I'm going to be trying to do some soil refreshing in my green stalks, and I am going to hopefully plant out maybe my onions that I have started from seed. We're going to see if I can grow onions this year. To be determined, I don't know. But I need to gather some of these bags of soil and put them in my cart and then haul them up to the deck so that I can get my soil ready to go in my green stalks and get my green stalks ready for planting. So let's grab some soil and I'll meet you up on the deck. So there's a couple different ways that you can actually refresh your green stalks. You can take them all apart tier by tier and do the soil in that way. And sometimes what I like to do is to just fill the pocket. So I think that's what I'm going to do this year, is just go through here and fill up each pocket with some soil. That way I don't have to take them all apart. And then I think I'm going to take these plant supports off. Unless I leave them on for my pepper plants. So I may plant my peppers in here. I normally planted them in the far one, but I may plant my peppers this year in this green stalk since they have some plant supports on them, and that'll just give a little bit extra support. So that may be my plan, so maybe I'll leave them on. But I think I'm just gonna go through here and add the soil into each pocket instead of taking down the whole entire green stalk and doing it that way, because we just got a bunch of rain yesterday, so the soil should be good and moist all the way through them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and we're just gonna get started, and then we're gonna start planting some onions. So I have a red Solo cup, and I think I'm just going to break up the soil and fill each pocket. To me, this seems like it's taken a while. So I think what I'm gonna do is take off these plant supports, and we are going to get this green stalk So here are my onions, and I am going to separate them out, and we're gonna just see what happens. I have no idea if I'm gonna have very many that's gonna be able to go in my green stalks, but we're just gonna plant and see what we got. So I think what I'm gonna do is pull these out, and I'm gonna try to plant red onions in one green stalk and white onions in the other. So this side of the tray are my red onions, and I never did trim them. I know you're supposed to trim them. Some people have said if you trim them, they had trouble with their onions molding, so I'm not really sure the wrong way to do onions since I've never grown them before. but I'm just gonna grab some out, and then I've got to separate them out here and kind of get the soil separated from them. So I think I'm gonna do that right here. Some of these are definitely pretty small looking, so I'll probably just go through and take the nicest and healthiest ones. All right, so I went ahead and got all of my, what is supposed to be my red onions separated out. I don't know if some of the red and white got mixed, I don't know, but I got my first half done, and so we have all of these to plant. I'm only gonna pick out the biggest and best ones and put those in my Greenstalk, and then we'll take a look at these others, and I may just plant them around my yard just for fun, because I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let me bring you guys closer. Okay, so I'm gonna move that tag so you guys can see. So I'm just kind of putting a little hole just to bury the roots. And as these start to bulb up, I'll kind of pull some of the stuff around them. I don't know if I should trim these now that they're out here. Not really sure. I've never grown onions before, so I'm sure I'm gonna get lots of criticism. But hey, you do what you gotta do to learn. And so I think as these bulb up, then I will pull the dirt away from them and then kind of give that bulb a chance, some room to grow. And I may, like I said, these may need to be trimmed because really they're supposed to grow upright. So I may need to trim them back and see if that will help give them a little bit of strength. I probably should have trimmed them as I was going, but like I said, this is my first year of trying to grow onions from seed, and it was kind of a just a learning experience, really. So I've got them all planted. We're just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna water everything in, just kind of give them a little drink here in just a minute. But I put 1 onion per pocket. We'll see. Like I said, it's just an experiment. So it's my first time to grow onion from seeds. So I think next year I'll do things a little bit differently if I decide to grow onions. I got some different trays. I think I will try to plant maybe 1 onion seed per little cell to see if that'll make it a little bit easier and give the chance for the onion seedlings to get a little bit bigger, because some of these are pretty small. So we'll just see what happens. Like I said, you know, you never know till you try, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm kind of doing an experiment. I didn't even know if any of these seeds would germinate because they were a year old, and sometimes they don't. So hey, if I get onions from them, great. If I don't, I will try again another time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little onion planting video, and I will see you guys soon. But before I go, I just wanted to say to keep tending, keep thriving, and hey, let's grow together. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye, friends.